Hello, my name's Chris Hemmons, and I want to do a couple of videos looking at different financial terms and to just explain little bits of it. I really want to do derivatives because ever since the financial crisis, which was maybe 2 or 3 years ago now, a lot of people have been banding around these financial terms without actually knowing what they are, and particularly derivatives have got a huge part of the blame actually put onto them. So I really want to explain what a derivative is, just so people know. So the definition in a nutshell is a derivative is an asset whose price depends on the price of something else, whether that something else be, wheat or slinkies, or something in between the two. So now I'm going to, and there are hundreds and there are thousands of derivatives that you can use. So I'm just going to concentrate on one, and there's one derivative called a call option. Now, imagine you sell bananas, and you have to import them from somewhere in South America, and a box of bananas to last you a month may cost. Let's say it costs 50 or 60 pounds. And the price changes because there'll be differences in the yields of the crops. There'll be changes in the currency. So the price of that box will change over the year. And even if you run the business for a couple of years, that's going to change. It might be as low as 40 pounds. It might go up to 70 pounds. Now, let's say that there is a big disaster in the place where you get your bananas from, and that pushes the price of the box of bananas up to £200. Now, you have a couple of options here. You can either buy the box, in which case you have to sell the bananas at a hugely inflated price. No one's going to buy them. You're going to go out of business. The alternative is that you don't buy the bananas and you go out of business anyway. Now, this is where the derivative comes in. You can actually buy something which says that if the price goes above, say, £80, you only pay £80. If the box is £40, you pay £40. If it's £70, you pay £70. But if it goes up to £100, £200, you only pay £80. And so that means that if the price does jump hugely, if there is an earthquake or a disaster, you can still buy that box of bananas and you can still carry on trading. Now, that seems, obviously you can't just have that. It's going to have a price. In a sense, it's used as insurance for obvious reasons. So the price of that derivative is based on the probability that the price of the box of bananas will go above £80. And also by how far above £80 it's likely to go. So for example, if it could only go up to £90, then the derivative might cost £2. So if the price went to £90 then, or £100, you would have paid in total £82, and which is manageable. You know that you can spend that. So it is a way, and there are lots of different kinds of derivatives. So maybe it will take the average of the price of the box of bananas over the month, and that's what you pay. And it's called an option because you can decide not to buy the box at £80, which is, as I've said, if it's £40, you can still pay £40 for it. So that's why derivatives were invented. They were invented as a form of insurance, and they still continue to do that function. They are very valuable things. They are very useful. But obviously over time they've become more and more complicated, and people who understand how they work have sold them to people who don't understand how they work. And obviously that's caused a lot of problems. Anyway, so hopefully you know what a derivative is now. And at some point I may go into hedge funds, or hedge funds even, and I might go into short selling. And if you have any requests for other financial terms that I could explain, please let me know. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.